Welcome to the ACCSP Dockside Interceptor application video tutorial. The topics in this section include manually creating an assignment, an overview of Headboat assignments when assigned as the first interviewer, and Headboat assignments when assigned as the second interviewer. In the case there's a last-second assignment switch without access to Wi-Fi, assignments can be manually created. On the assignments page, click the green plus icon to begin creating the assignments. For manually created assignments, all fields will need to be filled in by the user, including items that are usually automatically filled in and grayed in. The user should utilize the ATA to confirm that all fields exactly match what has been manually entered. These items include the date, assignment interval, interviewer number, the site group, state number, county number, control number, cluster ID, and similar to a downloaded assignment, the assignment number, the weather conditions, if the site was affected by tide, and if you encountered another interviewer. You will also need to add a site on the Sites page by selecting the plus icon on the bottom of the screen. Downloaded assignments will already have the site number, so you will need to reference the ATA for site number or more if it's a two-site assignment, for a manually created assignment. Once this is entered, you may now carry out the assignment as you normally would. Headboat assignments are highlighted in yellow in the assignment summary page to distinguish themselves from site assignments. On the Headboat assignment details page, enter in the corresponding vessel name, other relevant information not already filled in, and the dock-to-dock hours at the end of the assignment. While conducting the intercept, first read the Privacy Act to the anglers and enter in an angler description for easy reference. In this section, enter in the number of people that were fishing on the boat. Here, clarify whether or not this angler was monitored for discard type 9 catch. On this page, enter where most of their fishing effort took place based off the available options. Since ocean or gulf was selected for fishing effort, they will be asked on the following screen how far away from shore they were fishing. Enter the answer accordingly. On this page, enter whether or not they were fishing near an artificial reef. Here, select the primary gear type they were using. On the following page, enter in the angler's first and second target species, or no target if they weren't targeting anything in particular. Next, enter in the hours spent on the boat away from the dock to the nearest half hour. Here, enter in the number of hours the angler spent fishing with their gear actually in the water to the nearest half hour. Then, on the following screen, enter how many days they have spent saltwater sport fin fishing in the current state or from a boat launched in the current state in the past 12 months, and then how many days in the past 2 months. Next, enter in the state and county of residence for that angler. Then, enter in the zip code of their residence. Here, ask the angler if they have a landline telephone at their home. Next, select their observed gender and their age. You should then ask them for their name and telephone number and at which time of the day is best for contacts in case of interview verifications. Here, enter in their Type 9 discard information by clicking the green plus icon. The information includes the species, the disposition, the length, and whether or not you observed this catch. Next, ask for any unavailable Type 2 catch that are not present for you to look at. For example, fish that were thrown back dead were used for bait. Click the green plus icon to add a record. Here, enter in the quantity, species, and disposition. Click the green floppy disk to save. Next, ask for any Type 3 available catch that are present that the angler allows you to look at. Enter in the species, disposition, and quantity for each. Click here to add a measurement. Click the green floppy disk to save. And click the green check mark in the bottom right corner to confirm. Additionally, it is important to take note of the Headboat discards page. Access it from the intercepts page by clicking the arrow in the top left corner, and then selecting it on the upper right-hand side of this page. This page is where the user enters any discarded Type 9 catch. Here you can enter in observed and unobserved discards, along with their species name, disposition, and length. On the Headboat assignment details page, enter in the corresponding vessel name and other relevant information not already filled in. The dock-to-dock hours should be filled in towards the end of the assignment once the vessel has returned to the dock. As soon as you arrive on site, set that time as your start time in the DS Site Details page. For example, if you arrive at 7:30 a.m. for a departure time of 8 a.m., the assignment start time should be 7:30 a.m. As soon as the boat leaves the dock, canvassing introductions should begin and continue until all anglers are aware of the survey. If necessary, select a sample of anglers to interview. Begin interviewing with the questions in the intercept section, including the target species, their state and county of residence, their zip code, their phone type information, their observed gender and their age, and their name and telephone information. On the Privacy Act screen, enter in a descriptive phrase on each intercept to keep track of who is who. This descriptor will be maintained throughout the list of intercepts in order to help quickly switch between anglers. Throughout this process, field interviewers should explain to the anglers that they will be observing and identifying discarded catch for some anglers for the interview while they are fishing, and identifying and measuring all the harvested catch for all anglers selected for the interview after they have finished fishing. While at sea for trips with only a few anglers, it may be possible to identify, count, and measure discards for all the anglers interviewed. If the trip has a high number of anglers, field interviewers may need to record discarded catch for only a subset of the anglers interviewed. In this scenario, select a subsample of anglers who can be easily monitored for discard information. In the DIA, navigate to the Type 9 Discard section to enter in the data for an angler either through the list on the left or through the button labeled Type 9 on the bottom of the screen. Quickly work to obtain the fork lengths for fish that will be discarded overboard. The second field interviewer should operate independently to interview and record discard information rather than working to interview the same anglers. Never weigh the discards or available fish while on the water, since the slightest toll and pitch of the vessel will result in inaccurate data. The discarded catch must be identified at the species level. If a fish has been caught and filleted or used for bait before the field interviewer can observe it, then the fish can't be used in the discard section. Record that species under the respective angler's available Type 3 catch and record a disposition code of plan to eat or use plan to use for bait. If discarded catch cannot be identified at the species level, the fish should be recorded with the appropriate disposition as unavailable catch instead. Field interviewers may be monitoring an angler for discarded catch but may not have any. Therefore, it is important to accurately complete this question seen here. Is this one of the anglers you monitor for discard Type 9 catch? If the box is checked for yes, then the angler will be eligible to have Type 9 catch included with their interview. Interviewing should begin as soon as the anglers have completed fishing and the boat begins to return to the dock. There are some smaller headboats that will require field interviewers to wait until returning to the dock before measuring available catch. In that scenario, measuring practices should begin as soon as the captain is ready to have the field interviewer work with the anglers after the boat has returned to the dock. During the trip back portion of data collection, complete items pertaining to the artificial reef, primary gear type, the time spent on the boat, the hours fishing, the Type 2 unavailable catch, and the Type 3 available catch. It is more reasonable to ask the captain or crew for the area and distance from shore. Note that these responses should be the same for all anglers on the vessel. Also, once the vessel has returned to the dock, return to the assignment details page to fill in the dock-to-dock hours to the nearest 15 minutes. On some larger headboats, two field interviewers may be conducting interviews at the same time on the same vessel. In this instance, they both must make sure to coordinate with each other so no anglers are shared in the counts and interviews. But at the end of the assignment, only the lead interviewer or the interviewer with their first name and number listed in the ATA should have counted anglers. If this information is not on the ATA, reach out to the state coordinator. The second interviewer should follow the same procedures as the first, reviewed in the Headboat Assignment First Interviewer video on the trip out, while at sea, and on the trip back. It is very important that the first interviewer uploads their assignment first.